Hey, everybody, I'm Leon Thomas. Welcome to another edition of Real Thoughts and Conversations, the show where we talk to real people about issues they are experiencing. We talk about hot topics in society, both on the national scene and the local scene. Real Thoughts and Conversations is a production of the Leon Thomas Group. To learn more about the Leon Thomas Group, go to our website, theleonthomasgroup.com. One of the things we're most proud of at the Leon Thomas Group is we provide opportunities for students to gain experience in broadcasting and related medias. If you're a college student or you know someone that needs to gain experience, be sure to contact me. My name again is Leon Thomas. You can email me directly. The email address is leon at the leonthomasgroup.com. When folks get out of college, they say, you need experience. We give them that experience. So they leave us with a portfolio of work to show to an employer, and they hit the ground running. Tonight, we're going to talk about education and hear one lady's story of the hard time she's having communicating with Baltimore County Public Schools. We're going to hear her story. We're going to hear all the things that she's gone through to try to help her child. And we're also going to talk first to Baltimore City Mayoral Candidate. Wayne and I met about 2 months ago when he was preparing to come on another show that the Leon Thomas Group used to produce called Wake Up Baltimore. Uncle Wayne called me because my number was listed in the contact information, and we got to know each other, and I heard about his campaign. Let's bring Uncle Wayne on to the show now. Uncle Wayne, good evening. Thanks for joining us on Real Thoughts and Conversations. How you doing?
Thanks for having me. How are you, Leon? Actually, you're actually right how we met. Wasn't it a coincidence for real?
I believe there are no coincidences. It was just the way God said, I'm going to put you together. And now here we are on a show, and we're going to do some other things together. Now listen,
Absolutely.
one of the things that impressed me about you and your campaign was that you stressed the importance of education and that things need to change in not only in Baltimore City where you're going to be the next mayor, but everywhere, that the education system just isn't right. Talk to us some about your campaign and why education is important to you.
Absolutely. First of all, I am Uncle Wayne running for mayor of Baltimore City, an unusual candidate because I am Baltimore. Education is one of the most important things when you're growing up as a teenager, but we don't seem to target it. So, as mayor, there's a lot of plans like, let me say, for example, if you knew you could be an HVAC technician, electrician, or some of these other hands on training, you will feel more privy to go to school. You will be more positive because there's something you can participate in. So education is something I'm going to push really, really hard to get more things into the curriculum of education, city, county, and all of Maryland. It's just time. Education is important. It's time for us to make sure it's important.
Mhm. Now, when I hear you say that, and in the conversations we've had in the last couple of months, you've given some concrete examples of things you want to change as it relates to education. I mean, you're just not saying we need to change it. Tell our viewers some of those real specifics that you want to work on in terms of education.
Let me explain. When there's college, we push students through school for college, but we never really push them through for anything else. Now, let's change the dynamics. Let's push them through trade schools too, because trades make extremely good money and they really don't have major debt from college. For example, HVAC, electrical, plumbing, roofing, auto mechanic, diesel mechanic, barbering, get your CDLs. These are programs you can get. Now imagine putting them starting in um, junior high school into high school, and then once you graduate you go right into the trade school. Make that just as important as college. Get it? Then students would be more interested in continuing school because they know it's something fit for them. We can't push everything through college. What if someone is not interested in college and good with hands-on training? A barber, electrician, an HVAC technician. It's time for us to bring the trades back to the education field, because guess what? Trade schools are education too.
Yes, absolutely. Now you talk about you listed HVAC, CDL, barbering. You mentioned 5 or 6 different trades. As you might know, broadcasting and media relations used to be one of those trades,
Absolutely.
right? Remember
And that
the Maryland School of Broadcasting? You remember
broadcast,
that,
and we
right?
all wanted to get in it because we knew we could have that. That's what I'm saying, because there's a
Yes,
chance for us to be successful in things that we're good at. You know,
yes, yes,
everyone is not making it to college. And listen, college is great for others, nothing's wrong, but we need other opportunities as well, and it
yes.
balance things out. Look, less stealing cars if they know they're going to be successful in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Think.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm Leon Thomas. You're watching Real Thoughts and Conversations right now. We're talking to Uncle Wayne, a candidate for Baltimore City Mayor. To learn more about him and his campaign, go to Facebook and search for Uncle Wayne's campaign. You can learn all about him. And listen, here's something that's different. When I heard you do this the first time, man, I thought you were nuts. You gave people your phone number. And we're going to do that now. If you want to contact Uncle Wayne, here's the phone number.
That's old
410,
fashioned way.
old fashioned.
Absolutely.
Pick up the
Old.
phone and call 410-869-6160. I'm going to ask our producer to leave that on the screen for a minute and a half. I'll
Appreciate it.
reference it again. Give him a call to learn more about it. One more thing, Uncle Wayne, you talked about how trade schools and other forms of learning, it's going to reduce debt.
Another one. Just how we're going to do. Our plan is 4 trade schools in the inner city of Baltimore that has HVAC, electrical, plumbing, roofing, auto mechanic, diesel mechanic, CDLs, welding, and barbering. These schools, and under the umbrella of the schools, we'll have substance abuse, anger management, and mental health. We know these issues need to be addressed. But at the same time, you have to be 16 and you enter the school. Also, we will have on campus. We're going to carve our own lane in Baltimore. We're going to be known for Baltimore as trade schools. You understand, where there are plenty of jobs. Listen, we spend over $1 billion in outside contractors for roofers and infrastructure. At the school, the hours that they need, we will cover most of those outside contractors. See how we did it? You see,
Mm-hmm.
we make Baltimore work from the inside out.
Yes, yes. I love it. Love it. And I'm
It's our
you,
time, and it's
yes.
our turn.
You know the Leon Thomas group, we're going to support you all the way through your campaign, right?
Well,
I told
appreciate
you
it.
that before privately.
Yes,
I'm telling
ma'am.
you publicly now. We're
And
going to
look
be
where
here to
I am,
support you, right?
man of your
We're,
word. Look where
we're
I
going
am.
to be here. That's what we do. Right? Now, one of the things we hear so often in education is kids, black kids, don't have support. Nobody's helping them. Nobody's doing this, right? And the other night, I
True.
introduced you via telephone to Michelle Carter,
All right.
right?
Yes,
She's with us.
absolutely.
She's going to come on with us here in a minute. Now, Michelle Carter has a son who is a sophomore at a
Absolutely.
Baltimore County
Mhm,
school,
mhm,
but
mhm.
still an issue. Black parent, black child issues, right?
Issues.
And she's
Absolutely.
trying to help. She's
And
trying to do
she's,
things.
and I mean, she's trying.
Yes. and she's having trouble getting information from the school, communicating with the school. So let's bring Michelle on now. Michelle Carter, the parent of a Baltimore County school student. Hi, Michelle. Good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening. Hi,
Hey,
Uncle
Michelle,
Wayne.
nice to meet. Now
Nice to
meet
meet
the person
you.
behind the voice.
Yes, yes.
Right, because y'all
How are
listen.
you?
I
I'm
gotta
good.
tell the viewers and listeners this. So I've known Michelle for about a year and a half. Maybe no, it's actually 2 years now. I run a nonprofit youth racquetball program. To learn more about that program, you go to racquetballrevival.com, and
Racquetball, y'all.
it's the sport. It's the sport. Don't play pickleball, everybody. All right, stay
That's
away
what
from the
I
pickle. Right, stay away from
we
the
got
pickle.
into that one, didn't we?
Right, let's get on the racquetball court. And but our program is so much more than just racquetball. And so I got to know Michelle's son, and I got to know Michelle a little more and learned about some of the things that she's telling me about the school and the school system and all the systems within the system. And I'm like, no, can't be. What? Are you kidding me? Now again, Uncle Wayne, you're running for Baltimore City Mayor, but if it's happening in the county with one parent, it's probably happening not only in Baltimore City but other jurisdictions as well,
That
right?
surprised me. Spending the
Yeah.
time talking to her to realize the problems that she's actually having with her son in the county.
Yeah.
See,
Where
these are
right,
warnings.
right,
When the mother yells out for help, these are warnings. Are
right,
we not
Yep.
listening?
right, right. So
Yes, because
Michelle,
I thought the county was going to be much better in the city. That's why I took them
right,
out of the city. But
yeah,
the county
Yeah.
is like pretty much running neck and neck with the city.
yeah. So
Can you
tell
tell me why?
tell us
Oh,
some of
I'm
those
sorry. Yeah.
things.
Mhm.
Tell us some of the issues, some of the struggles you've been having. Take a couple minutes to do that, and then Uncle Wayne, you and Michelle, go ahead and talk some a little bit about these. Go ahead, Michelle.
The communication skills is just not there for them. Not only that, they want to push everything under the rug. They don't want to take any type of accountability for anything. Um, Now I'm having issues with the school bus. Like they talk about his attendance, but if you don't pick him up, how is he going to get to school? Then you have the school bus saying one thing and then telling me one thing, telling the school another thing. And once again, we back to them not wanting to be be held accountable for anything. They don't want to be responsible. They don't want to say, I messed up, I did this or that, this and another. So yeah, it's just, and then it's bad because it's bad on my son because he's the one who's losing out. And I feel as though, I understand that teachers may feel like they're underpaid and everything like that. I get that. But you took this job on. It shouldn't be just about a paycheck. I know money rules the world. We need it. I get that. But if you have a passion for it, then the money doesn't mean that to you. What means
There
to
we go.
you is getting
Well
through
said.
to these children. And
Well
because
said.
they are our future. So then you wonder why they're running amok around here. They have people who don't care about them,
Mhm.
and you taking things from them, closing recreation centers or making it hard for them to be able to afford to be in any type of after
Mhm.
school programs.
Mhm.
You take the
Mhm.
music programs out of school. You take the sports out of school. What do they have? I mean, come on, you got to do something better than this. But you want to fund all these other stuff. I'm just so confused. Like you got to start with the basics. Then you take out simple things. Well, not simple things, but things that they need to know: how to write checks, how to balance checkbooks, how to have bank accounts, how to tell time from an actual clock. You
Mhm.
take how to write your signature. You're taking those things out of school. How is that going to help them in the future?
Mm,
You're supposed to know how to ABC 1 2 3s, but you also have to know how to go to a bank. You have to know how to manage money. That's how you stay out of debt, by knowing these things.
mhm.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
This is a parent that the school system need to listen to. Listen, keep going. I'm loving you.
It's,
This is the future.
Yeah, it's the
Mhm.
future, and they say crime is up. Well, there's a reason why crime is up, But when are they going to take responsibility for the part that they played? Because had you have something in place for these young
Man.
kids, then you probably wouldn't have as much crime as you're having.
Hmm.
But you, and
Hmm.
then not only that, like you mentioned mental health. Mental health is just not with kids, it's with adults too. You have them in the school system. You have them in the police department. You have them everywhere. Make them go to get mental health. I mean, you can't fix a problem if you don't know how to solve it.
That's
You have
it.
to solve the problem before you can fix it. And you have to get down to the problem. Like, why is this? Why are they doing this? You can't just treat something you don't know what you're treating.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, Wayne, check this out. I've gone with Michelle to several meetings at the school,
Uh-huh.
right? And they say we'll have whoever get in touch with you.
Hmm.
We're
Famous way.
still waiting on
Yes.
whoever to get in touch with, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
All the school systems, public schools, private schools have these online systems now, right? Remember back in the day, the child had to bring home the report card, get it signed, give it back, so mom and dad knew
Right.
what was going
Hmm.
on. All this
Hmm.
stuff is online. Homework's online, yak, 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 all of that stuff, right? So Michelle didn't have access to get online to see this information. So she can't stay on top of it. They're not communicating with her. She's asked 3 times, can I get access to Schoolology, I think it's called,
Yes, that's what it is.
right? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Nothing. Nothing. It's just you can't she can't even know the right people to get in touch with about stuff, Uncle Wayne.
And
Right?
but these things should be simple, right? Think about it.
It should
What do you
be.
think are simple things that a concerned parent should want? And it should
Yes.
be easily accessible. But if you don't continue using your passion to make a difference, now watch this. Watch how we connect the dots. When you have positive people, it'll be amazing when you open the school door and you see the mother and the father with the child the day the school opened. And every day after that, they are involved in everyday activities of the child. They want to know the curriculum, what are they doing, who's teaching them, the backgrounds of the teacher, how they feeling as the students. Because if both parents was in the home, it will make things different. We've got to bridge that gap. And then if the school is not up to par as the parents will want it, then we change the school, the curriculum, and the people that works there. But it
Mm-hmm.
works better when the family comes to school together. You see, it works that way because you are a powerful parent with passion. But with you staying alone, look what gets done. Nothing. See what
Nothing.
you're saying? Nothing. How unfair is that to you? How unfair is that? Then when
Very
something
unfair.
happened to your child, they were like, well, where's the mother? She never got involved. And all you doing is keep fighting and fighting and
That's right.
fighting. You see?
That's right. All she's
How
doing
could that
is fine.
change?
Right.
You know?
Um,
Yes.
yeah. So let's talk about one more specific incident before we take a commercial. One more specific incident. And that has to do with the bus,
Hmm.
Mhm.
right?
Gotta get that one out. We talked about that.
Right.
You gotta hear this one.
Go
I
ahead. Tell them something about that
got
bus,
it.
and
That's
I'll
it.
chime in too. Go
Woo.
ahead.
Yes.
That is just awful. Some days they pick them up, some days they don't pick them up. Then they have this new tracking device that you can go on your phone and look and see where the bus is. It's a waste of time because even though it says where the bus is, it still doesn't pick him up. But now they're trying to make me feel like I'm not telling the truth. He's not out at the bus stop. When I'm getting from the bus company one different information than I'm getting from the school. The school calling the bus company. I'm calling the bus company. Bus company telling me something different than they're telling the school. So it's like he doesn't get to school. So I'm like, well, but then I had someone who came to my home who's supposed to be checking up on him, trying to find out why he isn't in school. Well, when they gave me the number to call the man back, to tell him about the problem I'm having with the school buses. He tells me to call someone else. And I'm like, but weren't you the one who come to my house to tell me that you want to find out why he's not in school? I'm kind of confused. But now I'm calling you to get it straight. You sending me to somebody else telling me that's not your department. Well, so why did you come to my house?
It's ridiculous.
See?
And this is live action of what you have to go through.
Yeah, and you
It's
feel like doing
ridiculous.
it alone, and they make you feel like you crazy
Imagine.
when you telling them stuff and that you're lying
Imagine.
or you making up. I don't have to make stuff up. If I don't want to send them to school, I just don't send them to school. That's just that. But like I want him to go to school. He wants to go to school, but you have him stand on the bus stop and you know you're not coming, but you're lying and saying you are when I know you're not coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is like an ongoing thing, but they tell me that his attendance, well, how his attendance
There
going
you
to
go.
be what it's supposed
There
to be
you
if you
go.
don't pick him up.
There
Like,
you
make it make
go.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
One more time. Say that again. I love how you say that.
Make it make sense.
That's the thing.
It's crazy.
They can't.
Yeah.
They can't
they
because you
can't.
know
Right.
why?
They can't.
It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Nope.
It does
The
not.
school
We have,
system is terrible.
yeah.
It's just terrible right now.
There's so much more we're going to talk about in what Michelle is going through. And Uncle Wayne, you've heard it. You heard it on the telephone, but I want you to see the passion when Michelle talks about it.
And
And
then you see,
those of you watching, you need to pay attention to the second half of this show because you're going to be amazed at some other things that would tell you, but also you're going to be amazed at what's happening now so that Michelle gets the services and her son gets the services that he needs, she wants
well,
him to have, he appreciates, but the school system didn't do anything to make it happen. We'll tell you how that happened. I'm Leon Thomas. You're watching Real Thoughts and Conversations. Today's guest are Uncle Wayne. He's running for mayor of Baltimore City, and Michelle Carter, the parent of a Baltimore County school student. I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. We'll be right back after this short break.
Renting is everything. It's style at your doorstep, off the runway and into your closet. It's every trend you've been dying to try and every designer you've yet to discover. It's wearing it your way every time and making it count everywhere you go. It's never worrying about what to wear because something new is always coming your way. That's why renting is everything. New styles, top designers, all for a flat monthly fee. Start your subscription at renttherunway.com.
Slow roasted over hickory fire and pulled by hand. This is the way pit pork has always been done. Pulled pork lovers, rejoice. The smoky old days are back at the Smoke Shack. From the creative team that brought you the Browning Project and Dead by Morning comes a new thriller that will change the way you look at white-collar crime forever. Falling from the Sky.
Water. It's everywhere. We drink it, we bathe with it, we cook with it. Coffee's made with water. Toilets won't flush without it. It's used for washing clothes, dishes, utensils, pots, pans, floors, and our teeth. Plants and crops need water, animals drink it, and fish need it too. And don't forget, we can have a lot of fun in the water. Water. What would we do without it?
I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual.
Again, to learn more about the Leon Thomas Group, go to the website. You just saw the leonthomasgroup.com. Again, one of the things we're really proud of is we provide opportunities for students to gain experience in broadcasting and related media. Again, that's the leonthomasgroup.com. And go to our other website, racquetballrevival.com, to learn about how we're teaching kids in the Baltimore area to play the greatest sport ever. It's not football. I know the Ravens are having a great season, but we're talking about the sport of racquetball. It teaches discipline, self control, geometry, physics, and math, all right on the racquetball court. Let's bring our guests back on, Michelle Carter and Uncle Wayne. Thank you both for spending time with us here on Real Thoughts and
Thank you,
Conversations.
Leon. Thank you. I'm
So,
telling you.
so Michelle, one of the things we talked about several months ago was the school said your son needs help in English, your son needs help in math, and it would be great if they had some type of counseling services, right? So, did they ever make the connections for all that stuff for you?
No, you helped me to get outside counseling, math, and
Can you tell me?
English.
Oh, I know before. See, you all know. Dig a little bit at the beginning, if you don't mind. How do you get to that situation when him needing assistance in those classes?
Well, I was told that he was having problems in those classes, and but they didn't like have any suggestions of what I could do to help him. So, I was talking to Coach Leon, and he helped me get the outside counseling, the tutor, and things like that because the school didn't help me with that. Because if I had left it up to the school, he would still not know, and they would still be telling me what he don't know, and started helping me. Because back in the day when you had school, you had teachers that was like your parents away from home.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good teacher.
when
Good
they seen that
teacher.
you had a problem, they zoomed right in with that
Mm-hmm.
child, and they stepped right in and they helped that child. Not only did they inform the parent, they still helped that child to be successful. You don't have that now. It's such a disconnect. It's
Mm-hmm.
like they just a warm body. It's just
Wayne,
a disconnect.
they told us, they said, well, we'll submit a form to whoever, and we have to get it approved. And once we know, we'll let you know, and then you contact them, and they will contact. And I mean, this is what it was,
Yeah,
right?
and it
And
never
we want
got
to
done.
know. It's crazy. It's crazy, Wayne.
So, Leon, how did you really help? I mean, of course, you are a coach. You got so many things. How did you help? You actually took the time and put it together to get those help with those classes?
Yeah.
All right. So one of the things that I really pride myself on is being a connector, right? I have
Bless.
I'm old. I'm old. I got connections. I probably
Older,
know some. I
wiser.
older. I've been around. So I probably know somebody that does something if I don't know somebody who does it, right? And I like to be able to use those connections to help people, right? Rarely are those connections designed to say, "Ooh, can you help me because I need." It's about helping others,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's about
Well
helping
said.
others. And I heard you say that when I was introduced to you through Wake Up Baltimore, a show that's hosted by Mike Haney. You talked
Mm-hmm.
about if everyone helped somebody, if everyone shared a passion with somebody, right, that things would get better, right? That's
Hmm.
one of the things I heard you say. So in this situation, I'm thinking, I had just given a presentation at Bowie State University, and met a young man there and had seen him online and knew some professors there and said, he likes math and he's passionate about math. How about him being a tutor? The professor said, yes, that would be great. That would be great. This is Professor A.J. Anderson, assistant professor of sport management at Bowie State. He said, oh, he would be great.
Sport
And he
manager.
always, and he always, and this young man already does things with kids. Right?
Started working itself out.
Right?
And then we have your son Joe, who helps my son with English.
He's taking postgraduate classes at Berkeley. He's a writer. He wants to be a creative writer. He's a professional
Look at
writer.
this.
Why not? Hey, Joel, I got a young man needs some help. Can you help? Sure, Dad. Then one of our other producers, you met Dr. J in the background. We have another producer. His name is Orrin, right? Orrin is from Baltimore but lives in Texas now. We have members of our staff that are all over the country. Orrin lives in Texas and has a background in counseling. So, Orrin, can you help? Answer? Yeah, sure. So it's put together through relationships, the value of relationships. That's what put us together. So as the three of us are here now, right? Wayne, I might have to call you in a year, 2 years, Michelle, I might have to call you and say, look, I need help with, can you help me? Right? Or somebody else needs help. Who do you know that can help? And if we all leverage those relationships, man, we can
we
get
would be unstoppable.
Yes.
We can get everything done. Not some things. Everything.
Right, because if we don't do it, it won't get done.
It won't get done. And listen, God people, which I try to explain to people, God people are few but powerful.
Yep.
Satan people are everywhere. Just a mess, just making it confusing so you can get off the job you have to do. Unconditional love is not easy. People say it is. It is a very hard thing to do because some feel you don't deserve. But passion is the power. Because look at all the passion we have here. If we didn't have the passion, we couldn't get the job done. God knows who he chose. We are chosen. That's why I said, look at the connect and look at all the extra passion we did for others. See, what you do comes back on you. So let's make it good of the things coming back on you. You know?
Right.
Passion.
Yeah, we have to fight for the children of the future. We have to fight for them.
And when
they have to know that they have someone. They have to know that they're loved, that they're not alone.
Yes, it be done. Look, coach, mother, and mayor of the city. You hear what I'm saying? With all this passion, we can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. And Wayne, that's what excites me about your campaign, right? I don't know the population of Baltimore City. Let's just call it 500,000. All right, let's just use that number. If we get half of that number that shares with somebody, and I'm not even talking money right now, I'm just talking time, relationship, what you know.
That's it.
Imagine what could be done to make things better, right? And then you tie it in with schools and we say, you know what, this young man has an interest in HVAC. All right, good. Let's make it happen. And the parents, like Michelle, right, say, my son needs help with, my child needs help. He wants to be, he wants to do. She now has people she can contact to say, all right, great, we got it. And it doesn't take 39 phone calls either or 72 emails, right?
Right.
It's a one-stop shop. I don't understand why this can't happen. I don't understand.
One-stop shop, because you know when they come through those doors, they're going to have one of the issues. You know, substance abuse, mental anguish, or mental health. We know 9 times out of 10, they're going to come through those doors with those issues. We don't send them back out. We have it all under one umbrella and we embrace it. So it's not a bad thing. It's just something that needs to be addressed for you to continue. We don't address those issues, but we send them out. You can't, because we got to have unconditional love. They have been through a lot. It is not one person that's born in Baltimore City of age who have not been through something.
Right.
Impossible.
Right.
So
Children need to see that that people care. They need to see that, and they need to know that they are loved, regardless of their circumstances, regardless what type of child they are, regardless. They need to know that they are loved and that they have someone that wants to fight for them and going to help them. They need to feel secure. They need to feel like they can come to that person.
Because when those teenagers have a reason to live, they don't want to die.
Exactly.
They need a reason to live. That's the thing. And we need to give them that reason. And we love these people that cares. A mother who cares, makes a whole world of a difference. And that coach, look what you did as a coach. I'm so impressed with you to hear this. You went up and beyond the call of duty. I mean, really.
But see, here's the thing though, right? My coaches, that's what they did. So this, I hear you say I went above and beyond. If I were to tell the coaches that coached me about this, their response would be, "Oh, okay, that's nice. Anyway, who gonna win?" It's in and out because that's what they did. That's what they did. I had a coach for a gentleman in our neighborhood dug up his backyard and put in a basketball court. So we were playing in the street, shooting the ball into a metal trash can. That's how we were playing basketball. And he said, "No, wait a minute, we're gonna fix that." He dug up his backyard
and actually did it
and put up a court. So now every parent knew where the child was, and he taught us to play. So if I contacted Teddy Russell right now and told him about this, he'd go, "Oh, that's nice. Okay, and what else you got to tell me? What you got for dinner tonight?" Because that's just what we did. This needs to be the norm. But here's the thing, though, right? That's got to be the norm for our city.
It is, instead of the other norm of the murderers and domestic violence and all this confusion that we have. We need a norm of some love. We really seriously do.
Right.
Because we're losing too many of them. And it's a sad shame, dying and not knowing God.
Yes.
Yep. Well, they took that type of stuff out of the schools, teaching, and then they want to tell the parents how they should raise their children. They pretty much took that away, because you can't do certain things because you tell your kids they can call 911 or
Right.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. And then
getting go upside the head and knowing it deserved. Knowing it deserved.
And then they wonder why they out of control, because they taking our parental rights away from us.
You did. Then for that, you speak up. That's it. True fact.
And then you look at the schools and everything that Michelle is going through now, right? My child needs help. She's trying to get him help. And there's no one saying this is what I'm going to make sure happens. This is what the school is going to make sure that happens. There's always a next step for everything. So what I'm saying is, even if we met, let's just say, and I'm using the term again, if we meet one person in the building that we feel has that commitment and desire to get it right, they then have a process that they got to go through, right? Of call this one, do this, do that, instead of, all right, let's just get it right now. Michelle, how many times have you been told, I got to call this one, I got to do, somebody has to do something? Tell us some of those situations.
I've lost count. It's just always, it's always like that, no matter when I call or what I call for. It's never a straight cut answer. It's never like, okay, I'm going to get to it, I'm going to make sure it's done. It's always, I'm going to do this and I'll call you back. I don't ever get a phone call back.
Exactly. It is sad. And this is why I decided to run for mayor, because it's time to cut it out. It is time for us to listen to the parent and the teacher. Education is so torn up because we listen to a lot of people who are running the ship. They haven't taught in I don't know how long, probably don't know how to teach and don't listen. If the teachers are telling you it's time for a change, they are the teachers. If the parents are telling you these things are not right or not getting it done, you all see it. You're there on a regular basis if you're that type of parent. Now, let's speak about this too, because there's a lot of parents who are not involved. They're
That's
not
true.
until something happens. Then they jump, but where were you? They don't get to you, Michelle. They don't get to Michelle that have been fighting and standing up and trying to make a difference. Because if it was more of you all, the things would had to change, right? And if there was the people who are elected to make a change and we all did it together, it would had to change.
Right.
Yeah. Don't
And
give
that's
up that passion, Michelle.
Right.
Just don't.
Yeah, but
And look, Coach
yeah.
Leon, you better not give up your passion. You get what I'm saying?
I gotta keep it. Got to,
Yes.
got to,
Doing
got
it.
to. Michelle,
Time for a
if
change
you think
from the
about this, yeah, think about this. We're sharing one mother's story, one family story right now, right? You're not the only one.
No.
You are
Very
not the only one. There's others that are going through this that they don't know who to contact. They don't know how they're, or
Where-
some that just say,
That's the
forget it,
worst kind, though.
right?
That's
They
scary.
just because
Yes,
yeah, they get
give
so
up.
frustrated,
You
they
get
give up.
tired and you get frustrated because it's been times when I've just like, been frustrated, but I refuse to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because
but
that's Satan's
you
game. He wants you to give up. So everyone give up. And if they
right.
do, you see the results of people
Yep.
giving up, but you don't.
hmm
You don't
You
give
don't
up, Leon,
right,
Coach. You don't give up, Michelle. We don't give up. You see,
right,
remember,
right.
it's few of us, but we are powerful.
hmm Yeah, that's what we need. We need everybody to not give up and don't be afraid to talk about your story, your situation here, right?
That's testimony.
Yeah, yeah, to talk about it because there's others when some of you are going to watch this broadcast and you're going to say, yeah, I'm experiencing the same thing. If that's you, contact me, right? My email address is leon at the leonthomasgroup.com. And I'll also go ahead and give you my phone number.
There you
We
go.
don't have it prepared, but I'll give you my phone number. Take your time, write it down now. It's
I like that, Leon.
443-756-5700. Again, repeating the phone number, 443-756-5700. Now, Uncle Wayne's running for mayor of Baltimore City. You've seen all the ads and you hear the stuff every day about the current mayor, the previous mayor. This person's going to run. This one wants to do this. This one wants to do that. Y'all have seen that, right? What I want everyone to do is take a look at a different candidate. I want you to take a look and listen to what Uncle Wayne is saying, right? Check out his campaign. Go on Facebook, go to Uncle Wayne's campaign. You'll find information about him, about his campaign platform, and the things that are important to him. And one of those is education,
Absolutely.
right? And then Michelle, here's where you tie into this whole thing with the campaign. I don't know, a month or so ago when I said I want to bring y'all together, right?
Mhm.
Wayne, you're running for Baltimore City,
Mm-hmm.
but the issues that Michelle's having are in Baltimore County, right? Wayne, other mayoral candidates, right, could have said, well, that's a county issue. I'm not going to go on a show and talk about that. What does that do to me? That's a county issue,
Mhm.
right? And Michelle, he didn't do that. He said,
No.
I remember this line from your phone conversation was, it doesn't matter. It's all kids.
That's it.
Yeah.
Kids everywhere,
Get it?
everywhere need help, right?
And they
Yeah.
are our children. Get it?
Yes.
They are
Yes.
our children.
Yes.
Takes a
And
village.
so,
Yes, it does.
yes.
And they
And
need a support system is because where the support system come from? It is hard to teach young men to be men, and they need to be taught. Punishing is not the answer. They need to be corrected. Let's correct that. But they also need discipline, not punishment, because they're our future. We can't beat them down. They're no good for the future, but they need to be corrected. They need to know what you're doing wrong and correct it and realize you are our future. You got to get it right.
Yeah.
But in order for that to happen, they need a support system. So when things are not going well with them, they're able to discuss that with someone who don't beat them down and judge them, pull them through those hard times. That's called a challenge. So they can learn to be a man and stand on their own. That's
Yeah.
very important because guess
Very.
what? If men lead, we change things and we'll have a family dynamics. You know, we need that family back in the household.
right.
We sure
Now,
did.
yeah. Michelle, I'm
We
going to give
sure
you a
did.
minute. Michelle, I want you to take a minute and a half and do this.
Powerful mom, Michelle. That's
If
what we
if
need.
if you had someone from Baltimore County Schools here right now, right? And they said, what do you want? What do you want from us? What do you want me to do? Speak to them now because I know that once this show's distribution takes place, somebody from Baltimore County is going to see this, right? And so now they've heard the whole background and all of that stuff, right? I want you to speak with them now, minute and a half or so, that what the school system needs and what you need are. And let's speak to them just like they're watching the show right now. Go ahead.
Well, I would like for them to take accountability, first of all. Then I would like them to, to stop sweeping everything under the rug. And I would like them to show that they care more. And instead of keep on saying that we're going to take care of this, we're going to take care of that, I would like for them to do it, not talk about it, show action. That's what I want. I want them to show me more action and show me that they care about the children's education just as much as, I do as a parent.
All right, great. Thank you. And Uncle Wayne,
I'm
let's
loving
put let's
Michelle. Loving your passion,
yes,
Michelle.
this is good stuff,
Real.
right? Right? Yes.
Mhm.
So now if you if Michelle was a Baltimore City parent and you are the mayor of Baltimore, so let's look ahead a few months, you're mayor of
Mhm.
Baltimore and you hear something like
Absolutely.
this, what would you do as mayor? You hear a story like this from a Baltimore City school student. What would you do?
And I would actually listen because our school system is in trouble. We're going to put major trade schools in the inner city where a situation like this will be resolved, where they come in and understand it's a challenge, but we are going to resolve your issues. Once you come through that door, we will make sure the resources are there for you to continue. Listen, I'm going to do my best to connect all the dots, whether it's the city or the county. If it's Maryland, we're going to run nice and smooth. Education is very, very important. Our parents who care are very important. When we connect them dots and we have coaches like you, Leon, we can rock and roll. But together, we
Mhm.
have to get this done. No more arguing and fussing. It's your fault, it's our fault. We all have to take accountability to get this right. Our children are our future. If we don't get involved and listen to them and our parents and our teachers, we are going to fail. And if we don't get it right, you see what's happening now. You worried about cars being stolen. We don't get it
Mm.
right. It's going to be 10 times worse than that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm.
So in
Yep.
that case, I'm feeling you, Michelle. I appreciate what you're doing as a concerned parent. Continue. Anything else I can do, the number is there. Use it. Whether I'm city or county, we're still in Maryland. Let's pull it together. And
Right.
Leon, you know I appreciate you. Hey,
Oh,
Baltimore, I'm Uncle Wayne running for mayor of Baltimore City. It's our time, Baltimore. and it's our turn.
Right on. Thank
Mhm.
you, Uncle Wayne, for spending time with us on Real Thoughts and
Pleasure.
Conversation.
Pleasure.
Michelle, thank you for being here to share your story. And
Anytime.
if you're watching and you work for Baltimore County and you want to help step in and intervene and help get this right, here's my contact information, Leon at the leonthomasgroup.com, or you can call me. The phone number is 443 756 5700. Again, repeating the number, 443 756 5700. If you know someone that has a story to share that would be a great guest on the Leon Thomas Group's Real Thoughts and Conversation, contact me. Bring them on. We'd love to have them on, and we will tell the story and hopefully lead to getting good resolutions for everyone involved. Again, I'm Leon Thomas. Thanks for watching Real Thoughts and Conversations. Uncle Wayne and Michelle, stick around. We'll talk back in the green room after the show has ended. Thanks, everybody, for watching Real Thoughts
Be
and
blessed.
Conversations.
Thanks again. Be blessed.